Hi, I am Noouny and this is the first video of a series about video games. This video is about why we play games in life. The video itself consists of two parts. First one is what are the reasons we play video games? At least the reasons we believe we play video games for. It will be all in the context of real life. Second part is about the video game and ethics. Part 1. What are the reasons we like video games? Number 1. Video games are interactive. Video games involve 3 steps. The information is provided to you as output, which you need to process. After processing this information, you have to respond an action, which is the input to the video game. For every action you take, there are consequences, which in turn will be output to you. The speed of this process depends upon the game type, but anyway, it is far more quick compared to real life, either by fast forward or dramatic turn of events. Interaction also means you have full control over someone, not just a person but your life. It is just like you are living an entirely different life. This control is captivating. You are king in a video game. You are center of attention. You take actions and consider yourself liable for the consequences as a responsible person would. In a way, it may be your very first step to take responsibility. Number 2. Video games involve variation. In video games, you end up in scenarios which are impossible in real life. These scenarios could be situations and paradoxes. Situations could be actions, shooting, driving a car, see someone in specific trouble. Strategy. You need to learn and apply them. A new profession. Hitman, soldiers, millionaire who owns a fleet of supercars, driving them. A vigilante, taking revenge of a murdered family member. In games, not only such things could happen, but you also enjoy benefits like video games are more thrilling, bullet, jumping over fires, taking risks with your own life, others' lives. First of all, you get an extra life. You could fail, but it will just be a part of eventual victory. You will always have a chance to amend your past mistakes. Paradoxes. You also face some interesting paradoxes, such as you have to choose between family or yourself, friend or love of your life. Such paradoxes may be new in your life that you have never faced yet and maybe never will. You have to take trial and error approach with judgmental skills based on your observations. Or they could be the same you have already faced in life and you'll make a better decision this time. Even if you commit a mistake in a scenario, you will eventually learn the possible consequences of your decisions anyway. So you can be in a video game what you could never be in real life. Number 3. Video games present achievement. Well, actually, they are rewards to keep you engaged interactively. You have a new motivation to keep playing. We give importance to certain for following reasons. Satisfaction. We feel satisfied. When you have a bad day, you could channel all the negativity into something, directing all of your efforts to complete next level. It will reduce stress. If it is about beating someone to death, then there could nothing be better to feel stress. Recognition. We can compare ourselves to others. Who is better? Engaged. We try to keep us engaged to drive attention away from bad things around us, and thus reducing anxiety. But the most important thing is the way achievements are constructed. Every reward or level is synchronized to give a feeling that you are important. During the entire game, others' life depends upon your success. People sacrifice their lives to save you. You are always given the superior weapon. You lag behind your rivals, as almost all of us are to someone in life, but eventually you are going to outperform them, all of them. How cool is that? All of it can be accomplished by pressing buttons. You alone can kill an entire platoon, although NATO could not, but you can do this. Of course, you'll face some really tough situations like soldiers would, but you win, unlike NATO. Number 4. You are bored. Seriously, Do you play video games because you are bored? This is so lame. At best, the reason you are bored is nothing but the fact that all other things you could do in your spare time are boring when you compare them to your favorite video game, or any video game. Number 5. Video games improve your skills. Here are some excellent reasons to give to your parents while arguing, but all of them are really byproducts of you enjoying a quality time, so not a bad deal anyway. Your ability to multitask will increase, your problem-solving skills will improve, your information processing ability will improve, you will have a better memory, your ability to process visual input improves, which ultimately improves your hand and eye coordination. You have an active mind. You are going to develop a never give up attitude. Number 6. Video games involve learning. Ain't you Brutus? Fictional words, but it portrayed that one could learn something which they could never apply in their own life. Let's ignore the religious personalities for this video, which I will cover later in a series about religion. You could learn a few lessons in your life, even if you are not very bright. If you are a genius, then you could learn many by observation. It is impossible to learn everything by just observation, as then you will be too old even to say that you know most of the things. That's why the teachings are important. But the quality of one's own observation is superior to the things that we have just been taught. It is merely someone's judgmental statement who says that this is right, and someone else classifies it, and by the same process such information reaches you, and you may even could not verify it even if you try to. Even a true genius could not learn multiple vital lessons in his or her own life. The most intellectual personalities have always been ridiculously stupid in some aspect of their life. In the video games, what we do is learn the trial and error. We learn as we live an entirely new life. So we live more than one life. We mature quickly this way. We learn from one game way more than what historically our ancestors have learned in their entire life. Kids know more than their age because they have lived more than their life. Not just learning something, but when you learn by actions and consequences, you have not just learned them better, but you will also be able to apply them better. You will apply them better in your life because you feel responsible as well as confident that you learned something on your own. Some of you may disagree with this by mentioning that Aristotle learned way many things in his own life, but let me tell you, Aristotle also learned by video games thought process. He used a trick. What he did was he considered himself in different scenarios. Then he used his dialogue skills to interpret scenarios from different perspectives. He in this way lived more lives than one and hence knew much. Aristotle learned by playing video games. Yes, you can say this. In video games, you are continuously surprised. There are new challenges and the conditions are very dynamic. Eventually, you learn more from video games that you learn from parents. Though you could not learn everything from games, so respect your parents for what they try to teach you. Occasionally, they may be right, as not always, but once in a million times. Statistically, they never once every 4 days, but when they are right, they will be as right as rain. Video games, just like real life, involve effort and results, so the time needed to know the consequences is very small. This is good as you will not be flooded with information. There are many variables which are out of your control. There are limiting factors which will stop you from achieving perfect results. You may have limited resources like bullets, medical kits, etc. But time may be the limiting factor when you have to face a time attack mode. On the contrary, video games are very different to real life as you normally not have to figure out what the problem is. You just have to solve it. Even when you have to figure out what the problem is, the information provided is sufficient for the answer. But in life, few times, the biggest problem is the diagnosis, and that too is to be done within time. This is what will eventually stop you from being successful. You will have to direct your attention in a predetermined direction, which will eventually bring positive results. You may sometimes have a choice to follow a same path in many ways. Unless you are playing a strategy game, the only thing you need is the quality of your efforts, which will make you successful. This is in direct contradiction to real life, as the strategy, the path you decide to follow, are equally important. Even situations are the sole factors which will decide success or failure. You will have a chance to improve and not to repeat mistakes, end the game and restore it to the last saved point. Sounds too ridiculous in real life.